How are we all doing? Welcome aboard. Thank you very much for joining me. We're just going to fix up everything here. Live chat is open to subscribers only. Keep it clean. English only, please. How are we all doing? Hopefully everybody's well. Welcome aboard to All Aboard Live, episode 106 on this final September day of 2024, the 30th of September. 2024, coming to you from our studio in Sydney, Australia. My name is the Aussie Don. Welcome aboard. It's been a very busy day for me. I only just got back to the studio about 40 minutes ago. So, yeah, I've been out since dawn. And, yeah, it's been a hell of a day. First day of the school holidays, looking after my daughter. Right, let's get into the crack of things. We are going to do a 766.2 DBPB ZFA with the Deutsche Bahn Frankfurt folder route, Königsbahn, and there's 8:33 a.m. service RE55. Alright, so here we go. RE55, 55. You know what I mean? Hey. All right, let's unlock those doors. No, we don't want that. No PZB. PZB. Okay. Okay, that's alright. Okay. Let's get some lemon. High beamers. What's going on there? Just bear with me tonight, folks. I'm pretty damn tired, so I'm not going to be talking as much as I normally do tonight. We've got some sound mods going on this one. Nice to actually put the key in, Aussie. I do believe it'll be going to the Hanu. Yep, Hanu station. Yeah, so one of my fellow people that normally are on the stream by now, actually, he must be not there tonight. He let me know about the T3 line shutting down earlier today. So yeah, apparently the final service on the T3 line was today here in Sydney, and it will be converted over. It'll be shut down now for about 12 months and converted over to Metro. Stage 3 of the north-south metro line here in Sydney. So I found out some more information about the Heritage Expo on this weekend at Central Railway Station here in Sydney. I did see for the first time in 10 years we're going to get the double stack old Red Rattler carriages. They were, some of them were spray painted to silver trades. I know that for a fact. But they are the old Red Rattler carriages. When I seen they were going to be in the works, I'm like, ooh, okay. Very excited. Must be just a reflection coming off it, Chris. Yeah, no, she looks red to me. Definitely looks red to me. Don't know what's going on with the frame rate today. Something must be. I'm just gonna double check my taskbar for a second. I just want to see if there's anything at the back that's actually could be actually on. That's actually shouldn't be on. Yeah, that shouldn't be on. I've got a couple things that are on that shouldn't be on, and that's actually, yeah, really giving me a bit of a pain. Okay, just give me a second, folks. I'm just gonna quickly get rid of all these. Why is that still on? I said to stop that damn thing. And it keeps coming back. Okay. Alright, we're back. Coming up to Sod Station. This is the station you would come back to if you did the underground loop under Frankfurt. Oh, there's the Flix train in the station up here. So it's got a sound mod, folks. Yeah, sound mod, and it's got to do with the 114 at the back here. Yep. What's going on? Why is it coming off? Not coming off when I just clearly just. Anyway. Should have that taken care of now. Yeah, the green Flix trains look nice with the reds next to it. There's the PlayStation 5 building. There it is. I keep getting flicked out. I keep getting flicked from it. I do apologise, folks. Yeah, well, you got your regional and your inner city and your S-Bahn services all on this one, Chris. So you got your semi-fast services as well. So There's a good variety on this particular route. That was a great choice. Absolute fantastic choice. I've been wanting a route to Frankfurt for quite a long time. When I experienced going to Frankfurt for the first time on Train Sim Classic, it was unbelievable. And I've watched real life video of trains and that coming in and out of there, and it's just an incredible network. And yeah, you just look at the map and you're just like, wow. You compare it in the maps to our ones, and you're like, holy crap, how's this thing? How the hell is there not a signal problem? It's just absolutely insane. And you look at even with the London, you know, other cities, you just look at their network. It's like, man, how the hell does this thing stay up to standard? Yeah, it's that's why it's always good to hear from some, people. It's like the fella from New York, that comes along our streams. He always gives a nice little documentary for us. It's fantastic to hear those stories. As a rail fan, it's always awesome to hear how things are working and stuff. It's like us at the moment, we've just had the T3 line shut down. It's over 150 years old, this particular railway. And it's finally been shut down for heavy trains. It's going to be replaced with a driverless metro train. Slowly. I think eventually, the plan will be, here in Sydney, I think more so. I don't know what that flickering's doing, folks. I do apologise. Some weird stuff going on with the game today. Yeah, I think eventually, it probably won't happen in my lifetime, but the whole network will eventually be driverless. Even if they're building, like, new parts of the network, it's, this is a old route that's getting replaced for the new metro now. This is the first time that this is happening. And, I say that this will probably be the start of the future. Who knows? You would hope that there would be drivable trains still. This is just a rail. Obviously, I'm a rail fan. And for the sake of it, you would hope that there would still be drivable trains. I was just wondering, that is a collectible. So I just seen a collectible there. I had a feeling that might have been one, because when I was looking at the side there, I'm like, hang on, that's a collectible. Don't mind me, folks, I've just got a really bad itch at the moment. Hanu Hanbanov is next. Get involved in our live chat tonight, folks. Don't just let Chris be the one. Get involved. Click that subscribe button. Subscribers only chat. Must be a subscriber for a minute. Come and say g'day, mate. Talk trains. If you got anything, if you're stuck on train soon, well, maybe I can help you out. Guide you to the right direction, or might just want to talk about trains. That's a collectible, Chris. Here comes the ICE. The Mini Goldsberg edition. Well, the one from Munich Osberg that originally first was shown, that particular design. The first ICE in Train Sim World was Train Sim World 2 at the release of the Colin Arkin. I hope that gets an extension, to be honest. I know we're getting a new timetable and everything. You would think hopefully in the next 12 months it's not only they've gone back to the drawing board and they're going to extend it and everything. That'll be nice to see. Other than that, for me, I would like to see it go to the airport, but we'll wait and see how they go about that Colin Arkin timetable that they're going to do. Joe was working on it. It's yeah, they might have gone back to the drawing board with it and decided to rebuild the whole thing, or who knows. I say we probably would get one classic route rebuilt in the next 12 months, like that's going to be paid and going to be bigger than what the original is. I was hoping it would be the Great Western Railway, but yeah, that was apparently just getting a standard upgrade. I'm not sure if we're going to get a Heathrow extension. Yeah, that's bugger all, to be honest. It's not that much. They could technically probably do it now without saying that you've got to pay for it again. Like I said, there is a couple that are really, like there is 3 that stand out a lot more than others. Probably 4 actually. I'll throw in main Spezard barn in there as well, as a complete rebuild. But I don't know about an extension though. I think Todd 4 and all that added to it in a new timetable. But as far as everything else is concerned, I don't see an extension or anything for that. So I would rule that one out. For a paid rebuild like the Long Island Railroad, I would that was completely rebuilt and extended. Yeah, there's 3 definite candidates there. East Coast Way is one of them. You know, you could take it up to Hastings and all that. There's the Peninsula Corridor, bring it up to its current standard with the overhead wiring and the way that it looks these days. Bring it up to modern standard. And yeah, the overhead wiring, the brand new coal train that's just been released to the public. That would be really cool. It's the first ever electrified coal train, so that'll be cool to see in Train Sim World. I'm not sure how the coal train license is with Dovetail now, but yeah, it would be nice to see that. Complete rebuild, obviously, you know, would have the extra 5 miles that goes down to the bay. So yeah, it would be a new starting point. The other one would be the Munich Osberg, as I've talked about multiple times. That, you know, we know the memory's completely shot on there, and that's one of the reasons why we haven't had that Train Sim Germany loco that was on the roadmap for 3.5 years be released. Eventually taken away from the roadmap. I think it makes sense for Dovetail to finish that project off after, you know, the amount of times they've asked for favours from Train Sim Germany. I think it's about time that they give them a favour and actually finish off their project. And obviously, you know, it's got the Train Sim Germany influence with it. Or I could be wrong with that, and Train Sim Germany actually does complete the project alongside the release, and you know, it does become a standard loco into the new extended complete rebuild of Munich Osberg. And like I said, the only option I could probably say that would be the underground section to OS Alstenbahn off Munich station. You get the S-Bahn all the way to from the Munich airport. I think that makes a lot more sense. And obviously these are suggestions that I'm saying, like these are probably obvious ones that could be rebuilt and have to pay for them again. Like if it's East Coast Way, oh man, And yeah, it got the standard and everything. You betcha I'll be paying for it again. It's a lovely route. You know, one of the greatest of all time. Gonna have to verify these files, I reckon, again later tonight. Don't know why I'm getting glitching still on here, because yeah, I'm on DX12. I've got everything sorted, and I think we've had a few patches since, so it might be causing it. Yeah, I might have to verify the files again. Who knows? I actually was really considering cancelling tonight's stream, actually, because it is my my second child's mother's birthday today, and obviously I'm looking after my daughter, and I was so damn tired, and I couldn't even get off the couch. I'm like, oh, I'm just so buggered, and yeah, I bought her a nice birthday cake and everything, and some chocolates and stuff. Anyway, I thought, I said I better go and do some work. I didn't really want to leave tonight, actually, to be honest. It was just more so because I was just tired. I'm just so buggered. I'll probably say to you, I'll probably go to standard 2 hours tonight. And then I'm going to definitely crash the hay. Alright, there we go with the first one. So we have a platinum medal there at the end. Very nicely done. This is All Aboard Live, episode 106. We are live on the air. It is the final day of September. Thank you to everybody that has enjoyed our September Train Sim World action. From Train Sim World 4 to Train Sim World 5's carryover. Yeah, we'll do the same thing in 12 months' time. The Train Sim World 6. Alright, yes, I'm already talking about it. What will be the 3 core routes for next year? I reckon East Coast Mainline South. It's a God given. We're going back to the East Coast. We go from the west to east to the west to the east west. It makes sense because obviously we've got 2 West Coast Mainline sections coming in on this era. Even though there hasn't been another, but who knows? There could be another East Coast Mainline route released in this next 12 months, but I'll probably lean more towards it being a core route for Train Sim World 6. Are we going to get another California route at the release of Train Sim World 6? Who knows? We've had 3 in a row, so it probably, yeah. Who knows? It could be the Peninsula Corridor remastered, like I've been talking about. Who knows? We've had a remaster before at launch, Southeastern, so it wouldn't surprise me on that side. Anyway, let's head off to the West Coast Mainline. West Coast Mainline is where we're heading. All right, good stuff. Pardon me. We're going to take a little bit of a nice trip along the rails now with the 350. So we got the 350, and we're gonna take this baby for a ride. All right. So. It's afternoon. It's going to be from Milton Keynes to London Euston, and we've got a little bit of light rain going on the rails here this afternoon. We hope you do enjoy the ride. Here we go. There we have Wheels Spin with their lovely photo of the beautiful Edinburgh station there, and yeah, a whole bunch of different beautiful British locos in there, including the 390, the Palomino, is in there. I'm a little bit confused about that because that's the East Coast main line, and that being there, I don't know. 1U36 crew to London Euston and operate part of the express passenger service from Milton Keynes Central to London Euston. It is a 16 hours 47 starting time. We're going to do the right thing, and we're going to open up those doors like that. And we're going to put on the safety systems. TPWS and AWS operational. Okay, we have all that taken care of. This is ITSIA 165 sound modded, and also we have the branding mod. We have the branding mod on the station signage, of course, and we have the other crew, Speedy Heath and the crew, with the weathered version of the real branding on the train. And we also have some real signage inside and seats and everything all taken care of. Beautiful. Everything is all in order. Lovely doubly. Just like it should have been. Alright, let's go up to here and we shall have a look at the lighting, and we're just going to make sure that those are all on. Lovely doubly day. And we are now going to put our driver ID, which is 5477889. And then we're going to come down and then we're going to put in 6969, of course. And there we have our driver ID, 6969. And that is all taken care of. Stand clear, doors closing. Just a reminder, folks. Last week we showcased the auto announcements mod for the 710. Since we showcased it, it has had an update, and we have got the update, and it has now been added for the 375, I do believe, on the Southeastern High Speed, and was it the Gatwick Express? No, it's been added to a couple more locos. So yeah, we have had an update for that auto announcements mod. There is a mod, there is an announcements mod for the Ken Nixtail barn as well, folks. But unfortunately, you have to use the SoundPad app. It's not an automatic one, so yeah, not keen on that. Not keen. I want to see this auto announcement mod actually be broadbanded to other parts of, not just the UK, but the other countries and logos and stuff that evolved in Train Sim World. Yeah, this is weird. I don't understand why it's like my settings are being completely changed. Let me just have a look at my screen here. That's fine. And that is fine. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I don't use PZB, so unfortunately I wouldn't be able to tell you that one. And I don't use a controller. I use a keyboard and a mouse. Next thing Dovetail's going to put into the sky is a big giant rainbow, and they're going to think, oh, this is going to really make the fans really happy. No, it's not. What would make the Railfans happy? You know, actually optimizing the game better and actually releasing stuff that's actually completely done and not in a half-ass. Oh, sorry, 1 quarter of it being done, and it will release it. Well, yeah, we're gonna release one of the greatest routes of all time, and one of the greatest routes in the world, the West Coast Main Line, in. How much problems need to be fixed? We're gonna slowly release everything with the patches. Oh, a big patch coming soon. Oh no, we lied about that. Now we're going to release it in slow patches. Never trust what they say, folks. Yeah, so I can't help you on the PZB side of things, but yeah. We play on PC, so I don't use a controller. I use a controller. I used to use a controller on American Truck Simulator, but yeah, I only use a controller if I, you know, play FIFA, like FIFA, yeah, something like that, or FC, what it is now. Big boy play with it's not about that, Chris. It's just when I moved from I learned how to move from the keyboard from the controller to the keyboard when I was even playing on console before I even moved to PC. So I just didn't have the mouse, and it just come natural when I started playing Train Sim World on PC in 2020. Took me a few years to get it onto PC. Because yeah, by the time we were in Train Sim World 2020, that was like what, 3.5 years into the cycle of the first Train Sim World. So and the main reason why the first Train Sim World was longer than any other Train Sim World era is because obviously, you know, it was only PC only at the first, and then, you know, they run the console version in later on. It's very similar like City Skylines 2, you know, like, so PC only and then eventually go to console. Oh, that's right, there's a delay. Now it'll be released later on. Still, you know, a lot of things they lied about, and, you know, I'll be honest with you guys, Cities 1 shits all over Cities 2 still, you know. But the simple fact is, that, you know, you can build the walls and everything. It's just, I just think it's just better in every way, to be honest. But yeah, I use that as an example, you know, and that's why that was more of a longer cycle compared to the other years. I'm not sure if it's a focus entertainment thing that they want to, the reason why they only do 12 months now than what they used to do 24. We used to get the core update every year, like even in the 2-year cycle, but obviously we didn't get the number change or anything. You know, this number change thing is, you know, it's a lot of bogus. We all know that we haven't had a game engine upgrade since Train Sim World 2 Rush Hour. So they're just trying to sell it as it's a new game, and, you know, obviously, you know, it's just the coding and everything gets upgraded every year, and, you know, everything's coded into a new package, and yeah. I just find it weird though, because, you know, they said that the coding is so damn old for the original Northeast Corridor that was in Train Sim World 2020. That didn't come over the Train Sim World 2 and beyond. And yet, we can have everything else come over, and routes that are even older than that still in the game. Like, that's why I say to you guys, I think there was, I don't know if there was or not, but I had my theories that there was a falling out with Amtrak's there for a little tiny bit, and that was one of the reasons why the original Northeast Corridor wasn't run over. But yeah, I just find it ironic that you know, we ended up getting New York Trenton, and we got the little bit of the original Northeast Corridor put back in. But yeah, like I said, if we got anything else, I would hope they would bring in what we lost and extend it further from that side of it, and get over the Hell's Gate Bridge again. So, you know me, I mean, I live here in Sydney. The Hell's Gate Bridge in New York City and the Sydney Harbour Bridge here in Sydney, the two people that built those bridges, you know, you look at the history of it, and you'll see that New York and Sydney have a wonderful, great relationship of history when it comes to our bridges. You know, so obviously our one is superior because it lights fireworks off it as well. And I've seen it light fireworks off it multiple times. It's awesome. It's the best thing you ever see. Big boys play with keyboard, but you don't play with keyboard and mouse, Chris. You play with the controller, don't you? This is a fast run actually with the 350 today. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I know with PZB, when you release it on PC, it's your main keyboard numbers, alright, not the ones on the numpad side where it says num lock. It's not that bunch of numbers, but at the top of your keyboard, like say for instance up here, yeah, you got your 0, your minus, and then you got your equals and plus button there. So it's one of those buttons there that gives you your PZB release. And if you are struggling with the 1000 Hz and 500 Hz thing, don't worry, you're not alone. There's multiple people that struggle with it. It's just a very complicated system, the German system. I've always struggled with it. I've learned the LZB system is quite simple, and it's I use LZB all the time now. PZB, nah, forget about PZB. LZB is fine. CIFA, fine. It's just alerting you, you know, to keep you alert, you know, keep you awake, you know. Ah, here comes a freight train. Very good, very good. Rob S, ladies and gentlemen, he's the guy behind the containers. I'm hoping that Rob S does eventually do a nice real branding container mod for here on the West Coast mainline. It would be nice. And Chris hasn't replied to my question that do you play with keyboard and mouse? That is okay. Must be shy. Nah. Not giving away the trade secrets. I'm not telling you what I play it on. I play it on controller, I play it on mouse, I play it on keyboard, it doesn't matter. I'm playing Train Sim World, and that's all that matters. Hey, if you're still playing Train Sim World 4, hey, if you don't want to move over, it's all good. You know, it's your choices at the end of the day. I don't judge. It doesn't really bother me. You're playing any of the older ones, I'll be like, damn. That's, okay. Yep. Well, it's, for me personally, if it got released, it'll be the APT. It'll be the APT hands down. Class 90 would be awesome. But if what's currently in it, yeah, 390 hands down. Oh, I don't mind this 350. It's all right. The Lioness route is obviously a part of it, which is the Watford DC, and yeah, I'm a fan of the 710. So. By the way, the 710 sound mod got updated, folks, from Insia165. I forgot to tell you guys, for Train Sim World 5 finally. So I have got it re-enabled in the game. So that's good news there. And I have the auto announcements still on there. Yes. And like I said earlier, they've been updated. The auto announcements mod's been updated for 375, I think it is. Southeast. There's a couple for Southeastern High Speed, I know that. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's any more works. I think the Azuma, the class 801 has got auto announcements now too. I forgot to tell you guys that as well. 801, the LNER. Yeah, it's got auto announcements now. The East Coast Main Line, Peterborough, Doncaster. Lovely screenshots and time-lapse video late last week from Just Trains for the Ape Shop. Absolutely fantastic. So cannot wait for this. It's going to be an absolute damn awesome release. I tell you right now, this is going to be one DLC that I'm going to be waking up late in the night time, downloading it, and going live with it straight away. I am so pumped for this other part of the West Coast Main Line. It is going to be absolutely off its chop. Just Trains are absolutely, what I've seen already, this is living up to my expectations. It's going to be so good. Yeah, when they announced the other routes at the announcement, which we all knew was Train Sim 5, I was blown away. I'm like, now I know why Just Trains haven't added any other Train Sim Classic route projects, you know, because it was very weird. Like all year, there hasn't been a route project on the Just Trains website, and normally they have got one or two going. And I was just like, something's definitely cooking at Just Trains. They're doing something big for the next Train Sim World route, and yeah. When it was announced there was that, I'm like, damn. When I see what stations it was to from, I'm like, this is going to be a mega route. So yeah, the 120 plus clicks. Way bigger than this, way bigger. But obviously there's less, you know, scenery and stuff. You know, it's more the north section of West Coast, so we all know Preston. Like, we've seen Preston in Train Sim Classic as well as Train Sim World. We know the area goes up to stations like Penrith that is on a bend. You know, Penrith Station's on a bend. There's a couple stations on a bend actually on this part of the route, but the Penrith Station, I know that certain services stop and some of them go through. So I'm not sure if they're going to build them like that for the 80s era, but I know that some stop and yeah, the fast ones go through. There's the tube stock into 165 sound modded. And yes, the sparks are back on the tube stock now. That was a fix in the latest patch. You can see just there that there was a little spark coming off them. About to go through Wembley Central. What is the layers that you can put in? Could put into East Coast Way? If it got well, we know Great Western's getting remastered. So there's heaps more layers than what it currently is. There'll be some branding mods. I reckon there'll be branding mods added to the Great Western Railway as well, because we know that we're getting ones that are not branded, but we know what brands they are. So the likes of G&E, like that'll go and give them, there'll be obviously Creators Club, but we want legit ones, from like they've done here with the branding patches here for the Great Western, for the West Coast main line. So we've got the branding patches, for both, the train and the stations and everything. You would think, with the trains being non-branded, you'd think obviously that people will do Creators Club to rectify that, and then the PC players will get legit, really pure paint jobs that are done by the mod. So. And there's a I don't know if I can say slight difference. There is differences, obviously. We probably got more options for the weathering, for instance, for having it in a mod, not a Creators Club. You can see here that this is an absolutely fantastic weathered one. You can see the dirt on it. It's just really stunning. East Coast Way, well, if it went to Hastings and all up through there, you could get the southeastern services at certain parts of the route. So they could be layered. I think maybe only as AI, though. I don't think there would be a drivable services. There'll be AI. They might sneak in maybe one or two, just a few of them, just to be drivable. Just to make it fun. Gonna get rid of that DSD, because that thing's a pain in the ass. Here comes the 390 right now. It's your one yeah, it's your 165 sound monitored as well. Everything is it's your 165 sound monitored on here now. Even have I got the 66? No, I don't. That actually hasn't been updated, which I'm quite surprised. I'll have to grab that one again. You can do some more rail tours on the East Coast Way, you know, put some steam ones on there. So, yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because the fans love their rail tours. And I think that you're putting some more steam in there for the the people that love steam trains. It'll give them a nice little something new to do in Train Sim World. You know, you can easily do that by building Creators Club scenarios, or you know, formation design and yeah, putting one together and slapping it on there, or you know, it's they're options already. But I think adding those into a new timetable, if there was a complete rebuild of it, obviously a standard, and you know, you could do like they've done with the modded timetable, where you could, you know, say for instance there's a detour and the Gatwick Express has had to come through here, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of different options available. And yeah, I would probably have to look more into it as well personally myself, and see what could be beneficial to a upgrade. Would they keep it in the same era? You would think so. That's the thing. Like so that was set around, I think, was it around the same time factor as Southeastern High Speed? I'm not. I think it might be a little bit less. But yeah, you would definitely think that the Southeastern 375s would definitely come into play more for AI up further in the if they extended. We'll find out anyway. Like we just got to look forward to what has already been announced. Like, man, there's so many things that are really jumping at me. Like the Welsh route is absolutely dynamite. If you're a fan of Cav Car Circle Line, you're gonna love this thing. This is gonna be a really, really good route. The amount of different types of services and lamps and off services and stuff that are going to be involved in it, if they do the timetable correct. I'll be looking into the real timetable and everything. If they go off that, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Whoop. What happened then? It's weird. We're approaching Euston Station. Something that's not in Train Sim World, and it's not official that you have to do the speed limit going in, like from the start of the platform into the end of the Euston Station. But I know for a fact that it is 15 miles, not the 25. So these numbers that come up here, that tells you the platform or where you're going to. So a big difference compared to the German ones. And that, if that was Germany, that would say that it's coming down to 50 with the yellow. When it's lit up in white, that means that's the speed limit from that point on. And initially, you got to acknowledge that with, yeah, the PZB and. Like, I know things about PCB and all that, but I just never been able to work that system out. Like LNER Azuma 800, which is another damn good train that would be awesome for Train Sim World. I think we got the 801. Surely we should have the 800. But yeah, I see how it says 15 there. See, look at that. It says 15. So I know in Train Sim Classic that actually does count. So I'm quite surprised it actually hasn't been actually counted on here on Train Sim. Well, I don't know if it's. I don't know if it is a bug, but I still just do it anyway because like I've flogged this route multiple times over. Alright folks, I need to get up. I need to go to the toilet. Emergency break. Back in a second. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I was almost about to shake myself. I had to quickly do that. My apologies. Right, I just got to finish off though. I just heard that buzzer from the toilet. I was like, man, where is that coming from? Oh, damn, everybody's listening to that. I don't want people listening to that. That's disgusting. Yeah, that's that buzzer is bloody annoying. If you are listening to this on the headset yourself, like me, I do apologise because yeah, that thing, that's just like a kettle. It's annoying. All right, I will be back in a couple minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. I just got to go back to the restroom. We're just going to put it onto the loading screen, onto tonight's cover photo while we're on standby. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Passengers, nice one, XB. How you going, buddy? All right, right. Let's get into our next one. Hey, we're going to go back to a little bit of old school here tonight. When I say old school, we're going to move away from WCML5 content. Hey, right. We're going to take a run now on the... let's see. We should do Southeastern High Speed. Why not? We'll do Southeastern High Speed, full, and I'll take that 375 for a little run. All right, here we go. 29, 13, 14 hours, 35. Hope you do enjoy. Here we go. Wherever you are around the world, welcome aboard. This is All Aboard Live. You're on the train with the one and only Aussie, with the posse, The Godfather. Free-time community screenshot contest winner in 2023 under the Aussie Don at the Dovetail forum. No longer involved in the forums, but I do check the forums from time to time. And I've just had a crash to the desktop. I did not understand why. Oh, yes. This does happen with this mod. I have forgotten about that. Hopefully... American Truck Simulator has just announced that they're going to be going to New Orleans, Louisiana. Here we come. Yeah, boy. 2025. Awesome. Looking forward to that. All right. I did say to you guys, I'm hoping it was going to be Louisiana, and it is. But I also was hoping it would be Illinois, actually, because we could have went to Chicago. But anyway, not just yet. Not just yet. So it looks like we're going to be going to New Orleans. Then that's going to be very interesting down through that way. That'll be really cool. Hopefully they captured the Mercedes-Benz Super... Oh, is it Mercedes-Benz Superdome these days? I don't think it is, eh? They call it something hard. They call it something else these days, don't they? The dome down there at New Orleans. But yeah, all that down that way has been copping it hard with these cyclones and stuff. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see if they bring in a new weather feature or something for that particular DLC. All right. I do apologize for that. That's the first time I've actually gone away from the Train Sim World 5 content. And it's crashed to the desktop. If it does happen again, folks, unfortunately, I'm going to have to just go back to what I know. Let's try again. Find out why that's happened. That's weird. Anyway. I'll just try this one instead. See how we go. It probably has got to do with this mod though, because yeah, I've seen the guy actually note that it does. Here we go. 1P44. Here we go.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to London Victoria, calling at Tenham, Sittingbourne, Newington, Raynham, Gillingham, Chatham, Rochester, Mepham, Longfield, Bromley South, and London Victoria.
Oh, it's going everywhere. This thing's got a damn problem. It always has had this damn issue. Where's it supposed to be going? London. Come on, keep going down. Keep going down. Going down, 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 down. This is one thing that they haven't fixed up, is this damn issue with the... You gotta keep flicking in and out of it to actually get the damn board to... Fuck it. There we go. Confirm the location. Thank you very much. Did I put... Yep, there we go. First time on the Southeastern High Speed in the TSW5 era. Alright folks, hour and 20 into the live stream, and to remind you guys, we are live again tomorrow on the Pinch of the Punch of the first day of the month, October 1. And we are live with Choo Choo Tuesdays, another episode with your Aussie with the Posse, The Godfather, tomorrow for another couple hours of fantastic entertainment fun on the rails. We're live from 8 PM in the east coast of Australia, 7:30 PM South Australia, Northern Territory, 6 PM Western Australia, 11 AM UK, 12 PM Central Europe, 6 AM in the eastern states of the United States, and in Toronto, Canada, 4 AM Texas, and 3 AM West Coast USA, 10 PM New Zealand, and 7 PM Japan. Do note this is the final week of the standard time zone here in Australia, and we are moving to daylight saving starting on Sunday, and the times will change around the world for the starting times of our live streaming action. It will be 8 PM. It will be 8 PM still here in Sydney, but it'll be 7 PM in Queensland from next week. It'll be 3 hours difference in Western Australia. I have to work out the times in South Australia and Northern Territory, because I know those will be split up now, so it won't come under Central Australia time anymore, because yeah, the times will be split. So yeah, everything will be organised, and we'll give you the times next week. I think it is. I think it works out to be 10 AM UK or something like that, or 12 PM UK and 1 PM Germany, like Central Europe, Germany, and places like that. Italy and France and Portugal, Spain, Netherlands and Belgium, Switzerland. So yeah, daylight saving starting this weekend. Because I was speaking of, who did I speak to? Oh yeah, it was yeah, Mel. She was the mother of my kid. She's said to me today, I'm pretty sure daylight saving starts this weekend. I said, are you sure? She said, yeah, it does. I'm like, oh crap. 1 hour, there you go. 1 hour South Australia, and I think it's an hour and a half difference in Northern Territory. So it works out, I think, 6:30 PM for them.
We will shortly be arriving at 10.
Coming up to Tenham. Yeah, so it was the auto announcements mod that crashed to the desktop. Now, the guy does advise people on the mod that... oh, there's some plants growing through the concrete back there. The guy does advise in advance that it can cause crashes to the desktop. And he does advise that if it does happen, just to load it back in. He did mention that he has rectified that issue, but it hasn't been rectified at all.
Aboard the Southeastern service to London Victoria, calling at Sittingbourne, Newington, Raynham, Gillingham, Chatham, Rochester, Mepham, Longfield, Bromley South, and London Victoria.
And a lot of those stations are not in TransML, but they do get mentioned on the announcements, auto announcements mod, which is absolutely lovely doubly. Many times over, I've tried to put this voiceover on my my voice because I am a man of a million voices. Like to be. Please stand clear. The doors are closing now. Heritage Expo this weekend here in Sydney. 3 days of entertainment fun, ladies and gentlemen. It is trains, buses, and all kinds of other things as well. A lot of expo stuff on there. You can do tours. Go to the New South Wales Heritage website now and see if there's any tickets available. I'll tell you right now, it probably isn't. I'm not going on any rides again this year, but I am hopeful to get up into there this year. Now there is an extra day this year actually. There was only 2 days last year. So yeah, really looking forward. Really looking forward to what I've seen on there. What's in store for this year's one. Yeah, some really cool stuff. There's a really cool freight train coming down. The double stack old school Red Rattler carriages. Oh, as soon as I heard those were coming back in, I'm like, oh, you're kidding. I think they're in a different paint job though, but yeah, back in the days that some of the old Red Rattler double stack carriages were actually spray painted to silver. So yeah, or to grey to make them look to cover some of the carriages for the silver trains. But yeah, I know that they're old Red Rattler carriages. So yeah, when I seen those were coming back in, my eyes were lighting up. I'm like, oh, Red Rattler. I love that train. That's one train that my childhood will live in my memory forever with that absolute weapon of a train. That's why I love going on the Boston Sprinter. That particular train, like I said to you guys when the CTC free cab car. That thing reminds me of the Red Rattler so hard because Red Rattlers back in our days were there was a mix of 1 level and 2 level with some of them, and then majority of them were 1 level. But yeah, there was a mixture of 1 level, 2 level ones there as well. And yeah, that's what I love about this two level stacker coming out for the Boston commuter that's coming up for TSW5. Just yeah, so looking forward to pumping that one as well. That is the next DLC, I do believe, off the first route DLC for TSW5. So hopefully we should be hearing more about that soon. You would think next week could be Roadmap week. Actually, we might might be getting the roadmap next week. You would think by all calculations it would be. I know that Matt's doing a charity thing again, so that's going to be over the course of the long weekend here in Sydney. So in Australia, we've got a long weekend, probably standard for the UK, but it's actually grand final weekend here in Sydney, because the Rugby League grand finals on Sunday. It's our big sporting event.
Raynham, Gillingham, Chatham, Rochester, Mepham, Longfield, Bromley South, and London Victoria.
I've seen there was some Railfans out there today, actually, on the final service this morning for the T3 line. I actually didn't even know, and to be honest, I wouldn't have been able to go do it anyway because it was the first day of the school holidays and for my daughter. So yeah. She wanted to go swimming today, so. Where I took her. I didn't go swimming myself, but yeah, she is an absolute beast of a swimmer. Passenger just parachuted in on the platform. I didn't actually see that. It wouldn't surprise me though. It's probably the jetpack issue. It's gone flying up in the air and it's come back down. I call it the Mary Poppins. It's been a long outstanding issue since since the release of Train Sim World 2. It all started on the Bakerloo line, on the preview stream, of all things, on the preview stream, leading into the release of Train Sim World 2. And the good old Colonel Fader, Sam, he popped it up straight away. They were at the Harold and Wellstone station at the end of the trip, and he's like, "Oh, that doesn't look right." And Matt was turning around and he's like, not exact words, but he's like, "Oh, no, that's all right. That we'll fix that before release. That'll be fixed up." Oh, okay. Yeah, fixed all right. Nah. They came out about a year later and they said, "Oh, we've patched it, but it's still there, but you won't see it as frequent, or you won't see it to it won't be a blatant C anymore." Oh yeah, a lot of patches since then. Band-Aid's slowly coming off, and now passengers just do all kinds of weird things going on the tracks, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. That's why I just keep saying that optimization, the passengers, NPCs, built into the core system of the game. It's obvious. Do Dovetail really care on fixing one of the most frustrating issues in the game is performance of the passenger behavior. The passenger behavior, I just call it that, passenger behavior. Like, whoever's in charge of that that area of the game needs to be fired. Someone smart be put in. Somebody that knows that this has been an outstanding issue, that it needs to be rectified, it needs to be fixed. You know, one of the main key fixes of the game. But no. They're going to do what they've done with Train Sim Classic, and they're going to wait till so many years down the track and completely strip out the whole core of the game and, you know, fix all these issues that have been outstanding for years. Is it going to happen? And I'll probably lean towards, yeah, that's when they're going to do it, because after they've got all their money, no one's really going to care. They've moved on. Too little, too late. Yeah, could have done it back then, but chose not to. Do the right thing by the community. Fix the outstanding issues, Dovetail, please. I don't know how many times I have to keep asking and saying this and have to cry over it. Just be frustrated over it. My viewers be frustrated over it. And yeah. Like this, for instance, another major issue, and then disappearing. When they started disappearing like that for the first time when I seen it, I'm like, oh my god, they've run over all the stupid characteristics that Train Sim Classic has. Well, this is one of the reasons that really frustrates me about Train Sim Classic, is that you see passengers all of a sudden they just disappear. It's like, it's very unnatural. It's very unnatural. It's one thing I hate about when you start a service. It doesn't matter if it's coming out of a portal or not. The passengers come flying off the train and they leave the trains empty. And now more times I'm not. They come off flying off the train, but there's still hundreds of thousands of passengers on the train. We'll get away from that subject now, because I'm not going to keep going on about it. So, yeah, I've said it for many years now, and I just give up on saying anything, because, yeah, outstanding issues, like really hardcore outstanding issues that the community has had to put up with for years, that for the players that have played for years, like myself, that have streamed the game, that have uploaded the game for years. I just fed up with the lack of optimization. Each release seems to get worse when it comes to things that need to be fixed. This is why I wish we would go back to a system where we had preview 1. You get the feedback off the community. You work on the route again for a few more weeks, even to a month, and then come back with the second preview, and everyone will be like, oh wow, look at that. Southeastern High Speed, for instance, preview 1, yeah, feedback off the community. Came back, preview 2, the route was 100% pure, but way better. This is the original Southeastern High Speed, before the extension, and the other fixes and whatnot, and, you know, whatever else you added to it. This is where it needs to go back to. It needs to go back to that standard, where we get to see the previews, get the feedback off the community, through the forums, through the live chat, through all the chat that you see in the actual replay of the streams. Yeah, you got to do your research, Dovetail. Like, seriously, like it's not hard to sort of sometimes. That's why I said to you, it might be better to start doing releases in bundles. Where, say, for instance, you got a UK bundle, US bundle, Germany bundle, whatever, like Germany, Austrian bundle, like European bundle. Might be better to start doing it like that. And then if you want to get individual stuff, you have the options for that too. But instead of the annual, every month releases, stuff, like when it comes to a certain amount of time, obviously it stops doing every month. But we know that we're getting closer towards the end of that era when that happens. But yeah, just that as an example, like if we start seeing previews and we're getting feedback, more, and I think we might start seeing better, you know, people might start saying, well, now they're actually starting to listen to the community, and they're actually now starting to take their time with releases, and they're actually, you know, giving us no longer half-assed releases, and there's less bugs and issues that we have to report and, you know, need fixing. Well, this is what the beta team is supposed to be for, you know, to report these things and fix these things. But it seems to be that the beta team just wants to enjoy these things way before anybody else, and they're not really giving a shit. And I'm not saying everybody in the beta team that's doing that. Like, there could be ones that are obviously honest, truthful people like myself that just want the game to run, you know, like have a release that's actually going to not have the community outrage and like the West Coast Mainline. For me, West Coast Mainline is, you know, great, but I've already seen, you know, what, you know, things look out of place and stuff. I think the tunnels are just way too dark. So, anyway, the enhancement mod for the West Coast Mainline, Jet Wash previewed the night lighting. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm so looking forward to the enhancement for West Coast Mainline. Obviously, I'm going to showcase it here on the channel when it does get released. So, do look forward to that on one of our streams that we do through the week in the due course of time. Obviously, that will be hopeful in somewhere here within the next month. But do note, the longer they do work on that, the better it will be for us fans of the West Coast Mainline. We are doing the 1P44 Dover priority to London Victoria service. The Class 375, we are showcasing the brand new updated auto announcements mod. It's now been added to the 375 here on the Southeastern High Speed. This is the first time that we've broken away from a Train Symbol 5 route hauled loco. Since the release of Train Symbol 5, but yeah, first time on Train Symbol 5 we're on the Southeastern High Speed. But yeah, with good purpose though. We have this wonderful announcements mod. It obviously crashed to the desktop earlier, like that has been put into the description of the mod. So it can happen. So it's just, yeah, something that we have to live with, and like if it does happen again, if we do any other auto announcement stuff, because we have it on the 710 on the Lioness route, or on the Watford DC route, for people that know the Lioness route is what it is now, the Watford DC, for people that know. The 710 on there, it's got the auto announcements. We had no crash to the desktop when we showcased that the other day, but it can happen. So yeah, if it happens again, I apologise. If we ever do any audio announcement stuff. Rail Operations Group logo over there. Very good.
We will shortly be arriving at Gillingham.
we are gilling them. Very good. Oh, the Pringles thing is still there. Okay. So they haven't actually taken away all the Pringles stuff. Okay. Well, that works out good. I actually thought they did, but anyway.
Welcome aboard the Southeastern service to
London Victoria, calling at Chatham, Rochester, Mepham, Longfield, Bromley South,
and
London Victoria.
Yeah, this was actually a feature I thought that would actually be a definite for TSW5. I like when they said that they were originally planning to put in auto announcements or announcements of some sort for the 710 on the Suffragette line, London Overground, Bakerloo line, not Bakerloo, Barking, Gospel Oak. Yeah, I thought, well, if not now, surely the way they're talking about it is going to be definitely a feature for TSW5. And yeah, when they showed all the features and it wasn't, I was like, what the? I was so disappointed. I was like, what are they doing? Seriously, they talked about this earlier on, and you know, there's been so many Easter eggs from that particular route that led to, yeah, the obvious that the Lioness route was coming into TSW, and it was, we didn't think it was the West Coast Main Line as well. It was a gone given. It, like I said to you guys, I really think we're getting another overground route at the here soon. I'm thinking it's next year's TSW, which we're getting another overground route, and yeah, that was the Walford DC. So it's yeah. Anyway. The auto announcements weren't announced as a weren't announced as a feature. So yeah, here we go, another 12 months, and yeah, I know we've had smickens of it, you know, with Just Trains and Rivet, but as an official hold in the game, no.
welcome aboard the Southeastern service to
London Victoria, calling at Rochester, Mepham, Longfield, Bromley South,
and
London Victoria.
$700. I still think that's one of the greatest DLC, Loco DLC releases of all time. Yeah, I'm such a fan of the 700. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's your 165 sound mod. It's absolute dime. Absolute dime. Right. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with that other site that I've given you guys a link to in the description that used to give that particular site used to do the automatic ministry unlock for Train Sim World 4, but for some reason we haven't had an upgrade for Train Sim World 5. So yeah, I'm quite surprised about that. Need to give my keyboard a little bit of a dust. What's tomorrow's cover photo? Oh yes, we're doing some BNSF stuff tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be lots of fun. Some more freight stuff for the San Bernardino line. Hey.
The next station is Rochester.
Rochester. This used to come under, I'm not sure if they put new on the station, but this is the old Rochester station, this one right here. This just here is the old station. And the reason why they got rid of the station is because they didn't have any room for a car park. So they decided to move it down further. Class 395. And the car park is over on this side.
Rochester.
It's over on that side over there. You think this would be one route that I wouldn't have to use the HUD on naturally? Because, man, fog the crap out of this one. Actually, I think this is the only. I think this is the route with that I have got the most highest level on. It'll be either this or Brighton. I know it's this or Brighton. So there's the car park over there. So that's why the station was rebuilt down further into here, so they could build this car. Because they wanted the car park, and this was the only place, so they decided to do a whole new station. True life story. And the reason why they didn't get rid of it is, I don't know, they reckon it would probably cost too much to knock it out, so who knows, they might want to use it for future. This is the future station. This is the old station, but now the future station. Gonna build an even bigger car park here now. What happened to you not having the room for the car park originally? Oh no, we found a way to actually put the car park in now. We've got the Jetsons thing going. That's a joke. Alright. We found a way through Spacely Enterprises. Alright. We're heading back to Germany, ladies and gentlemen. Our feature presentation for tonight's stream. Right. This time we're going to take the 423 for a roll. Alright. And it is time now for a nighttime service. So now we go with 23 hours 17. And this one is going to be on a foggy German night. Hope you enjoy. No, it doesn't, Chris. Southeastern High Speed, that particular section that we were on there, that's the Medway. Eventually, where we went to Rochester, then you go over the water, and you know how we normally go off towards like the right side. If you keep going straight, that ends up going through up to Canterbury and all up through there. Eventually, it does end up at London, Victoria. If you've seen my Train Sim Classic gameplay, you've seen me do that. So you see where it goes up to. There's multiple ways that you can get up to, up to there as well. It even breaks off back on the Brighton main line, and it breaks off to other routes as well. So it's crazy. It's a crazy network. But anyway, S9 35979. Hope you enjoyed the service. Pardon me. It is 11:47 p.m. So we're going after midnight on this particular trip. My apologies. Burpee. Open up those doors. CFAR and LZB activated. Cab lights on. Passengers, yes, thank you. High beams on. You betcha. Love those when it's full in the fog. They look great. Some people don't like it, but I don't mind it. It doesn't really bother me. What does bother me is that people are looking in on my work. See you later. Yeah, look at those fog lights. Fantastic. But what is not fantastic is this is another bug, ladies and gentlemen. Now they come flying off the train and stand in front of the doors. Speeding. Slow down. Hey. I think I'm Peter Brock. Yeah, so Boston Commuter is the first DLC. Should be. I did say to you guys, I'm really thinking it will be a late October release. Early November at the latest for that one, but I would be surprised if it is earlier in October. I would be quite surprised, to be honest. So yeah, I'll definitely put it into the mid to late half of October, more so. What release after that? Oh, I don't know. I'm hoping it's West Coast Mainline overshot, but I would like to see the light at the end of the tunnel for the Japanese route, to be honest. I'm so looking forward to the Japanese route. There's a lot of routes I am looking forward to that have been announced. Even the Great Western Railway, like remastered, it's got me pumped because I'm just such a fan of that, and obviously the first DLC of Train Sim World History getting remastered, it speaks volumes for itself. Like I never thought that we would get the OG completely getting it, but getting this type of overhaul. I actually thought it could be a standard one, but yeah. I am still hopeful that they will put in that little Heath Road section, but yeah, I'm probably doubtful that they will. So going to Brighton, no. Like I said, it does split off to Brighton Mainline if you connect to something else, and then you can change on that section, obviously, and you could connect it back up to and go down to Brighton. So. All right. There's one particular station that really needs to be fixed up for passengers coming off and stuff. I've always noticed that there's no passengers coming off or going on the train. It's very, very disappointing. I have to say that this is very, very cool at night and in the fog. It is a, yeah, really, really something to. But that's probably just me anyway. I am a massive, massive fan of this route. I just love it. This has been my dream for a long time. West Coast Main Line South section for route to Frankfurt, and one really bloody good one out of that. I am hopeful for the S main, but yeah, we'll soon find out if we can get that. It's good to have S-Bahn services, yeah. S-Bahn Frankfurt services in here. Would be nice to see Berlin, S-Bahn Berlin services. It's a nice different colour paint job as well. So that's something I really would love to see Dovetail. Like, I know we've got a lot of different German trains in the game, but there's a few that's still not there. And the Berlin ones are obviously a different paint scheme. There's Bahn Berlin. Yes, there is. It's the logo just there for you, the CCTV logo and the no smoking logo. And obviously bikes, so you've got the disabled area there, bike racks, no luggage allowed in that particular area there. Looks like a very uncomfortable seat though. If you are planning to come to Sydney, folks, very soon, the VSET trains are probably the best trains to go on for comfort-wise. The seating is absolutely beautiful on the VSETs. They are inner city train. They're not like these hard bucket seats that you experience. You know, if you experienced one of those before on a train, you know what I'm talking about. They're hard as a rock. They're very uncomfortable. You don't want to sleep on them. You don't even want to be sitting on them for longer. Let alone sleeping on them. The old relaxing cushion seats, suspension, like up and down like a trampoline, relax. You can sleep on it, pass out. You wouldn't worry about it. You wouldn't have a sore neck. That's what they're like. They're beautiful. They are a quiet train though, so you got to be quiet on them. I posted up some more truck shorts earlier today, folks. I think I posted 4 of them. I posted one up after the stream last night as well, so I posted 5 up over the last 24 hours. And I will post some more up on the in the morning. I did post up some that I seen earlier this morning on my way to pick up my daughter. So let's see what we can do tomorrow. But probably I've got so much up my sleeve. I'll probably most likely post some of the stuff from the M7 trip I did at the start of September. I will plan to do some more after the school holidays. So all my time and effort at the moment is all being taken up on that. So currently mods and everything on hold, folks. I did end up releasing the Kenworth Paint Job Pack version 2.3 late last night as well for American Truck Simulator. So the Kenworth, the new update for the Kenworth skins pack is available now. Do note the 2.3 version update has converted all of the SWI Customs T909 and 950 skins over to the RTA mods paid 908 mod. So T908 mod, all skins have been converted over to that. The next update we will re-put the T909 and 950 skins back into the pack. It's just I didn't have time to rework the pack, so I have got plans to rework the pack, and I'm considering actually splitting the Kenworth packs up into groups, so more than just one mod. I'm really considering changing it over. Okay, looks like we might have a little problem here on this particular. It's saying here unload passengers, wait until 23 hours 59, but yeah, it's already 2 part. That's, I think we might have a problem here. Anyway, we'll lock the doors and see if it does pass it. Which it has. Okay, well there you go. Oh, we have to go into the holding yard. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, because being so late, we have to do that. All right. Do we have clearance to do that? That is what I want to know. Okay, yes, we did. That I did not know. So it wouldn't be the first time we've done a late service and we've had to put it into the holding area to finish up the train's daily routine. There'll be a full replay of today's All Aboard Live, episode 106, added to our Train Sim World past live streams playlist. We will be live again next Monday for episode 107. Do note, subject to change. But if we are on the air, we'll be live from 8 p.m. in Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, and Hobart. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time Zone. Yes, daylight saving has begun. From this Sunday it has. We'll be live at 7 p.m. Queensland. We'll be live at 7 p.m. in South Australia as well? Yep, I think it might be. It'll be at 5 p.m. Western Australia. And the other time zones, I'll have to work out the time factors and everything, and I'll get back to you on that once. But all the information will be provided at our Discord server. And I'll put them up on my community wall as well because of the time zone factor changes. So, because of our daylight saving beginning here in Australia, or here in Sydney. All right. So yeah, daylight saving they don't have in South Australia. Northern Territory and Western Australia, they don't have daylight saving. So yeah, that's why the times are different. All right. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be live again tomorrow with another episode of Choo Choo Tuesdays. Another Train Sim World 5 live stream has come towards the end. Thank you very much for everyone that has come along tonight to the stream. Don't forget, when the full replay is activated, I will fix up all those ad breaks. At first, there'll probably be heap of them, but I will fix it up, and I'll just put a couple of them in. And do note they do pay for our DLCs and whatever else we do here on the channel. And yeah, we will give you links to the 3 previous weeks of Choo Choo Tuesdays, well, the 3 previous episodes of Choo Choo Tuesdays. On the bottom right hand corner will be the past live streams playlist. We have 2 other playlists of Train Sim World Action, one for the introduction tutorials and one for our uploaded videos that we do. And all our uploaded videos premiere first at 1080p. I currently am upgrading those to 1440p at the moment as the highest resolution. Anyway, that's all we got time for Train Sim World today. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow for Choo Choo Tuesdays. It's bye-bye for now.